Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Baseless Speculation, or the pop culture and the research so you don't have to. I'm Joel.
I'm Jackson.
And we're once again joined by our very beautiful friend, Adam Carnivale. Adam.
Welcome
Joel
to the show.
Duscher is dead. Long live Joel Duscher.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god.
Oh no, this is
This is terrible.
What
Yeah,
do we think is going to happen in Fallout Season 2?
Now, I didn't watch Fallout Season 1.
Oh no, my coffee's over there. Go on.
You get it.
I'm getting it.
Perhaps I should have watched Fallout Season 1.
You haven't seen season 1?
No, sir. I hear it's
Okay.
pretty good.
It was alright. I quite liked
Yeah,
it.
it was a lot of fun. It was a surprise.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that.
Like it's the kind of thing where you're like, it's nice that we're living in a time where movie and TV adaptations of video games are kind of good, which is
Truly.
I feel
kind
you
of
still get the
nice.
shitty ones.
Oh
though,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But there's no space in between, which I think is interesting.
Well, yeah, and especially, I don't know,
I reckon there
Fallout...
might be. We just
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh, wow.
Again, like,
I'm not watching every TV show, and I never will. But I think...
That's our promise to you.
Exactly. My promise to you, dear sweet baseless speculation listeners, as you listen to this from your phone bubbling in the toilet,
Oh, what has happened? You have a
You
medical
pissed
condition.
so hard
So
it
many
boiled
things
the
have
water.
So many things have gone wrong.
Exactly. As you reach down to get it and
Yeah.
accidentally flush it,
Oh yeah,
I will
reach in to
never
get it,
watch
burn your
every
hand
TV
on your
show.
hot piss.
You've pissed acid. Oh no. Go to a doctor.
Yes.
But especially with a Fallout TV show, I never expected that to be successful.
Yeah, like to be honest, same. But
Like-
and then also I'm like, well, it's Amazon, and it's like they throw a lot of money at things. But then Rings of Power.
Yeah, exactly. It still needs to have like
Got a season 2, didn't it?
Probably.
I think it's going to season
Season
3.
three, yeah.
But
Oh, yeah, there you go. I mean-
but I've heard mixed things
Yeah,
about
right.
Rings of Power, but I've only pretty much heard good things about Fallout.
Yeah.
Hey, if we based on my brother's opinion, if we want to use that as the yardstick,
Okay.
he loved Fallout and hated Rings
yeah,
of Power.
and I
So-
always do.
yeah,
So yeah,
exactly.
it's good to hear.
The writer benchmark.
When
yeah.
you say you heard bad things about Rings of Power, was it exclusively Joel Zammett and your brother?
No, I saw like a lot of people online being like, it's kind of like messy and a bit unfocused, and it looks like shit.
Yeah.
Like those.
And,
that's, I mean, I don't know. I've not watched it. I don't care to.
I think I watched a couple episodes. Like, yeah, no, that was my opinion.
Yeah, so-
Also, in terms of Lord of the Rings. Hey, Adam, can you name me the Lord of the Rings film that was released in cinemas not that long ago? Maybe this year.
The Lord of the Rings
Or like last
film.
year, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings film. It was an animated
I got this one in my
film.
head.
That was,
No,
Did you
never
was
heard.
War
that
of
even
Ro-Rohim
on?
or
Yeah,
something?
something like that.
What?
Yeah, the War of Rohim or Rohim.
Oh, this does
Yeah,
sound
yeah.
familiar. Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
apparently pretty good, but just like everyone was like,
Yeah.
it was good.
Was that made by Amazon?
I don't know.
I got no
Wow.
idea.
I'm just like, hey, Lord of the Rings stuff is going on. That's all.
Yeah, hey,
Oh, okay.
it's just good to
trying to-
remind you, Adam.
Trying to show me up or something?
No, I'm just saying.
No,
Yeah,
we just want to remind you
Yeah.
specifically. Hey,
It's
don't
just-
forget, Lord of the Rings
don't
stuff's
forget,
going
don't
on,
for- But
dude.
there's more that, hey, there's this film property, this property that, it goes under the radar, or most people oh yeah, that came out, I guess.
But also, Lord of the Rings is such a funny one because obviously the trilogy, Fellowship, Two Towers, Return of the King,
yes,
is it's so
Thank God he
iconic.
got them.
Yeah, thank God, dude. Don't ask me to list the Star Warses because I can't. But they came out at such a kind of perfect time in a perfect place.
Yeah.
So much love and dedication was put into them.
Yeah.
Then every subsequent, and this is not a new observation, but every subsequent attempt to recapture that magic is an attempt to recapture that magic, which is also kind of impossible.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
Yes.
You cannot recapture magic. Name me one fucking time that's worked ever.
The thing is, you can't really recapture magic, or you can't recapture the same level of that
Yeah.
level of
Yeah.
magic. And this, say what you will about the Hobbit trilogy, but one of the reasons that really failed was because of Del Toro left, right?
Yeah.
And I think it was just whatever took too long or whatever it was, and he ended up just walking away from that project. But because of that, they had to be okay, we're now on a timeline.
Yeah.
And
Let's
we have
figure
all
out.
these things that have been already made, and we have all these things that are sort of there. So we need to kind of rush this, as opposed to Lord of the Rings, the initial with Peter Jackson, like how many years that was in pre-production.
I was saying, this is funny. I was trying to think of things that recaptured the magic.
Yeah.
And I came up with something. I came up with 3 different examples.
Yeah.
But every single one, I picked it up. I was like, "That's your opinion, Adam."
Well, no, but I want to hear. I want to hear.
I don't think this is the popular opinion, but the second Conan movie, the
Okay.
original one's still with Arnie.
Yeah.
The second one of those I watched, I was like, "This is just as good as the original.
Yeah,
maybe
okay.
better."
Yeah.
The and now I'm gonna say this, and we
can put a no making fun
safe
rule
space,
in.
safe
dude.
space,
No
safe
making fun. No,
space.
safe space.
No
safe
one
space.
attacks me, and that includes people in the comments.
Yeah, safe space.
And that includes people in the comments.
Of course.
Quantum Mania.
I'm staying silent on this. I'm respecting Adam's wishes,
I am respecting.
but I think everybody
safe
listening
space.
knows what I want to say, what I want to call my dear friend.
yes.
And you said you had
Every single Ant-Man. Honestly, I think the second one was the best one. And
And we're
first
still in
one,
this safe space, you say?
Yeah.
first one's
Yep.
probably first one I loved as well. It's so quiet.
Sure,
Quantumania was the third one, right?
Yeah.
And you said the second one was your favorite?
Yeah.
Second one's my favorite.
Okay.
Third Quantumania, you'd say would be third
I would
favorite?
rate them as 2, 1, 3.
Yeah,
And I would say 3 is an 8 out of 10 movie for me.
that's fine. That's fine. You're welcome to your opinion, dude. I'm not here to judge how you engage.
I think it literally would be 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Oh my God.
That's fine, dude. That's fine because that's okay. I will say, and this is not me getting mad at you. I just will say I can't, knowing who you are and trying to figure out what you like about those movies is oddly difficult for me. Like, why specifically Ant-Man?
2 is the best one. 2 is a 10 out of 10. 2.
I have this memory with Ghost and
Lawrence
Fishburne, yeah.
and
Tim Heidecker.
Tim Heidecker, of course.
Yeah.
Walton Goggins is in
Walton
it.
Goggins
I
I think
understand.
you would at least agree, surely, that
Yep.
2 was a fun movie. I feel like I heard people saying...
When 2 came out, I've brought this up on the show before. When 2 came out, I distinctly remember both Joels being like, it was great.
There we go.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think it's arse.
Yes.
But that's okay.
I wouldn't say it was a perfect 10.
No.
But I think I remember enjoying it more than maybe 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think like with a lot of Marvel properties, I feel it often will waste certain actors. I personally feel number 2 kind of wasted both Lawrence Fishburne and Walton Goggins.
Yes. And I would even argue wasted, I forget her name, but the woman who played Ghost.
Well,
I feel like we're wandering away from the space of safe.
Well, we're not talking about your opinion.
Okay.
These are our opinions
Yeah,
about
all
the
right,
movie.
all right, okay.
I think that they're bad movies.
But it's okay to like them.
You can like them if
But
you want.
I think
Quantumania is probably up there in
Look,
the...
hey, his rankings of the Ant-Man, I want to say, I think I agree. It goes to 1 Quantumania. I think
That's probably fair.
I think I agree with that. Maybe on a rewatch, I don't know. Maybe I might appreciate 1 more because, again, 1 wasn't the movie that I kind of imagined we were going to get. It was a different sort of movie. And I still think that because it's a Marvel film, it's never going to do something.
Who was originally directing 1? I forget. They changed directors.
Yeah,
didn't they?
Edgar Wright.
Yeah, that's right. Edgar Wright.
With a lot of Marvel properties, they're not going to do something out of left field. They're going to often play it safe, and that I think kind of remains true to the majority of Marvel properties. I still posit that I think it would have been a much better film if the villain of that was Tony Stark. But
Yeah, that's fine.
But that was my initial reaction, and I remember that. But maybe going back,
Probably on a rewatch.
maybe and watching it as is, and appreciating
without
it
any
for as
pre
is.
assumptions.
maybe my viewpoint will be 1, 2, 3.
I think personally for me, 3 is up there in what I might call the dark trilogy of soulless, artless Marvel movies.
Yeah,
Taking the bronze.
take Yeah, okay. Which is weird because I think
what's gold and silver?
that is Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder would be gold for me.
Which is a film that I actually didn't mind.
Yeah,
I liked. Yeah,
silver for me would be
not gonna
Spider-Man. No Way Home.
That's my gold.
Yeah.
It is No Way Home because the Spider-Man.
That's all with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
I imagine that's one of your favorites.
If
If I could watch Marvel movies like you, Adam, imagine how happy I'd be.
I actually forgot, literally going in, because I watched it, I want to say like a month after it came out, I had completely forgotten that the other Spider-Mans were going to be in it. And when they first showed up, I want you to know, I audibly gasped.
That's crazy, dude. So when...
Can I very quickly poll both the two of you and also the listeners at home? Do you think the energy coming from this corner is different? How so? And do you think it interacts the same with the other two or different? Because it could be the different energy but interacting in the same way.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I think, Adam, and I don't think this is too disparaging of our listeners. I think more of them are on your side than ours.
So my Dark Trilogy of the Marvel properties would be the gold. I think maybe you are forgetting this, but the gold is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
So to me, it's the Deadpool and Wolverine, almost to an equal gold with Spider-Man.
No Way Home.
You didn't
Way
like
Home.
Deadpool and Wolverine?
Are you kidding me right now? Are you serious? Dude, that movie was the most anti-art, basically homophobic piece of shit I've ever seen in my life. It had a frat boy's understanding of same-sex. It was
soulless.
Horrible movie, dude. A wretched film for idiots.
So safe space, but yes. Fucking hated that film like you wouldn't believe.
No redeeming qualities.
No redeeming qualities.
Not one.
I knew it was going to get a Billy, but I was unhappy that it did. But honestly,
it was going to get a what?
$1 billion.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I hate that one more than No Way Home, but No Way Home. They both feel so creatively void.
Yes. At least No Way Home I didn't see some of because I was getting a haircut. So it's like a bit of peace I get there.
I guess No Way Home had Alfred Molina as and I like him as an actor. That was fun.
Well, I like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Yeah, so happy to see him.
And Deadpool Wolverine did have that Madonna song, so that was nice.
You like that Madonna song?
I do like that Madonna song. It's a banging track.
Is there anything redeeming about Deadpool and Wolverine for me? Anything in that movie I could say that I liked or that I thought was good?
Like I think I've mentioned this in the past as well, and it's just very to like again when you're adapting things and you're adapting like something from comic books, you're then adapting them to like a film or whatever it is, right? And comic books come with so much bullshit. Like, fair enough, you got to kind of pull your punches, or you got to like move some things around, and like, hey, that's fine, that's life. Yeah. I agree with like the vast majority of adaptations that have been out there. But I think I was that before with Baseless Speculation, where they talk about like Gambit, Remy LeBeau, Channing Tatum.
You might
not be, like, who's Gambit? But yes. And the whole thing about him not having red eyes in like at all. And when I was watching that film, it really washed over me because I was like, this is all just terrible.
Yeah.
And then someone else was pointing out, so Remy having red eyes is such like, it's one of those things about a character which is so integral to their backstory and who they are and everything like that in the comic books.
Yeah.
That, like, by not having that, like, I don't want to be like the kind of person.
But you've removed the core aspect of that character.
And then when someone talks about that, and then they point it out, so like him not having red eyes would mean that he wasn't abandoned at from birth, which means he wouldn't have been raised in like the Thieves Guild, which means he wouldn't have like all this like the kick on things which come from the fact that he was born with red eyes, and you're like. Yeah, that's the level of care I came to expect from Deadpool.
He only exists in that movie because that movie is obsessed with giving characters their flowers, which is got to be such a sign of cultural decay that we believe that these characters from superhero movies that no one liked for some reason deserve a moment in the sun.
Give the guy, let's give Blade flowers. Blade 3, if you remember, where he was filmed and he refused to open his eyes so that they had to CGI some eyes there so that the scene would make fucking sense. And even the film where they had to get Ryan Reynolds in to be this kind of like,
to improvise
quipping because they didn't know who the main character was going to be.
But it's also absurd to believe that you need to give Blade its flowers, a movie series with 2 extremely successful movies that were well liked. What about this movie? You are to believe you need to give Blade its flowers. It imagines a world where because he does not exist in the MCU, that is somehow a slight against his character.
Yes.
But then Gambit existing in that movie is not even giving flowers to a character from another film. It's giving flowers to a fan casting.
Well, no. He was cast. Channing Tatum was cast at one point, and there's that photo of him.
And then I guess there's a proportion of people out there who believe because that film wasn't made, they were robbed of something.
I'm trying to remember which time was that because I know Taylor Kitsch was Gambit. And, at one point that was not good.
Anyway, man, a wretched film for idiots.
I really liked it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
No disrespect, safe space.
Yeah.
You said you had 3 movies which you believe recaptured the magic, or was it on the 2?
That's right.
I forget it.
Yeah. Quantumania was your second one.
I truly don't believe that's. I mean, it's the classic thing when they say you can never go home again. That kind of idea of like.
Well, it depends what they mean when they sort of talk about capturing magic, right? Because with like Lord of the Rings, it seemed that it wasn't just about like capturing the magic of like these well put together films. They were. But it seemed that the cast, by and large, had a good time.
Yes, sure,
And my favorite is always when they talk about like, we got matching tattoos and do this kind of stuff. And then we, fast forward several, years. And then, when the first Suicide Squad comes out and everyone's like, we had a good time. Yeah, definitely. The squad got tattoos. Jared Leto did what on set? Yeah. Anyway, such a great time. And it just seems so manufactured. These days,
absolutely.
as opposed to like, from like what they did with on the set of Lord of the Rings, where it just felt like, oh, no. We were here for ages and we just got to know each other and we became fast friends.
Yeah.
And they like all these, little integral stories.
Well, when you're part of like
a
a creative project like that, where like, and people have talked about this before, but like the difference between The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, where you see behind the scenes stuff in Lord of the Rings where they're making the chainmail by hand, and even beyond that, they are like custom making chainmail for extras so that they can develop some kind of backstory for them. Like there's so much love and care put into it. And then The Hobbit is like...
You do see that in The Hobbit, weirdly enough, with some of the main, like the dwarves.
No, that's true,
like,
actually.
I remember watching a thing about that and they were like, so on my jacket or in my jacket, there's this like, inner pocket there and in that it's stamped this way and there's like an embossed and sort of thing. You're never going to see this, but it's there for me to build this character.
Yeah.
But I think the difference being is that they sort of picked and chose. And then they also had like heaps of green screen of Ian McKellen having a big cry.
I swear to God, I'm not doing this on purpose. I really liked The Hobbit.
All 3?
All 3?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Ian McKellen,
Can you tell me a movie you don't like?
Well, apart from
Naked Gun.
You didn't like The Naked Gun? What else? What? Can I get your bottom 3 movies?
I don't like doing that. Or like movies you didn't like non-comedy movies.
Yeah.
Comedy's hard, I will argue. Like that weird thing with comedy's extremely subjective. So like
any movie that's come out within the last 20, 30 years.
And just like, bounced off you.
Yeah, that bounced off you. That's okay.
Yeah.
You don't
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, which is the sequel. Hated that.
But you liked the first one.
Never saw it. I saw the second one because for work.
That's okay. That's fine, dude. That's okay. I kind of have no opinion sort of at all on that.
Yeah, I don't have any opinion of that, but I'm like, you didn't watch the first one.
Yeah.
You watched it for work. This work.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
The first one was pretty good. The second one was kind of shitty. I think that's fair.
That's fair. Again, I don't remember. I'd never seen the second one.
Yeah, see if I could sign into my old Letterboxd account.
Yeah, I would love to know what movies you dislike because... again, I wish I could like movies like you. Like, it must be so nice.
Must be.
Dude,
imagine watching
Quantumania and being like, I'm in hog heaven right now.
It's nowhere near as good as Ant-Man 2, of course, but I still had an 8 out of 10 vibe.
Imagine watching Deadpool and Wolverine and when you saw, again, no disrespect, legitimately,
I've stopped
when you
believing
see
that.
Chris Evans and you discover Chris Evans is playing his character from the Fantastic Four movie, was that like exciting for you?
Or was that a bit of a shock because you were expecting
Were you
Captain
like,
America?
oh damn, like
I was like, oh my God, he's back as Captain America, and then he wasn't Captain America. That was crazy.
What about the fight scene where they fight all of the different Deadpools? Was that like really like thrilling for you?
I don't remember that very well.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh wait, yes I do. Okay. Yeah, I did enjoy that.
A Henry Cavill cameo as Wolverine.
No, that I don't remember.
Okay. What about short Wolverine? When Deadpool's going to all the Wolverines? Made you laugh?
Make him laugh now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. I think what's crazy to me.
Oh, wait. The big reveal that that Wolverine is the worst Wolverine.
Yeah.
Because
he got drunk once. Yeah. Well, you're like, damn. And now his redemption's going to mean a lot to me.
I didn't find that that moment, but then when he has his kind of like redemption and, they psych out Lady X, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Cassandra Nova.
They got like that kind of got to you. Do you think what I think is crazy about this? This is what blows my mind. Again, no disrespect. Yeah. You like what you like in this life. But
like, safe space.
So it's a safe space. The three of us have for years done a narrative-based TTRPG podcast called D&D is for Nerds.
Yes.
If you've never heard it, I recommend you listen to it. You can find it at SANSPANTSradio.com or wherever you get your podcasts, which is a creatively collaborative show where we have these narrative ideas and Adam is he's got good ideas.
Yeah.
Adam's narratives they're intriguing, they're emotional, they're funny, they're exciting, and to know that the base for this, I guess, that as an artist, this is the art he's consuming. There's a lot to think about.
Yeah. So I went through my letterbox to find my bottom-rated movies, and a bunch of them are Steven Seagal movies, but I actually don't. I gave them half a star, but I actually love Steven Seagal
for sure.
movies. I think my review for every single one is like worst movie I've ever seen. I want to watch it again.
Yeah, fair enough.
I wish I had someone to talk to about these movies.
Mm-hmm.
So these would be actual movies that I genuinely hated.
Okay,
Rambo: Last Blood.
Okay.
I hated that movie.
Okay.
That sucked.
I have no opinion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Under the Eiffel Tower, a movie I don't remember.
Okay, sure.
I could read out my review, but I do not remember.
Yeah, just go through those bottom ones.
Yeah.
And, what
this
else?
movie began with such promise. From the first 10 to 15 minutes, you'd think you were in a great date night movie, but any goodwill is lost pretty quickly thanks to some baffling character choices.
I am curious, like maybe let me make a bottom 3. It's more like a blockbuster that bounced off.
Yes, yeah.
And then
a recent blockbuster, or and I say recent, within the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Like a blockbuster that you were like, not for me.
A blockbuster?
Yeah. That's what I'm like, most people don't like Iron Man 3. I
liked
really
Iron Man
liked
3.
Iron Man
Yeah.
3.
Okay.
I think that was a better one.
I'm looking through Adam's reviews right now.
Marvel
3.5 stars to Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
It's been a while since I've used Letterboxd.
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm just going to, it's just interesting. 3 stars to Oppenheimer. Didn't do it for him. 3 stars is still pretty good. Fast X got 3 stars.
Fast X and Oppenheimer.
Oh, Fast X, I would say I probably would categorize. That's a movie I'm never going to see again. Oppenheimer is a different 3-star, and I like the star system, I guess.
Adam, I'm about to go full Joel Duscher on you, okay? Yeah. Just prepared.
So Fast X, that was the one with the most recent one, right? Yeah.
That sucked.
That did.
It was
I
pretty
saw
bad.
it in 4DX in Sydney. What a time I had.
Yeah.
Terrible film. Wow. Experience though, 10 out of 10. Seats were moving all the time. I was having the time of my life.
Okay, that might be enjoyable.
But that movie sucked.
I watched that very close with Dead Reckoning, and compare, because I mentally was able to compare very directly the final scene in Fast X where he's driving down the dam or whatever, and it's all CGI, with Tom Cruise actually driving off a cliff and then going into a hang glide or whatever. That, being able to directly compare them, my brain was like, wow, you don't care, Vin Diesel.
Correct.
You, at least, when you didn't care previously, no, you did care previously, but it was stupid, and that was fun, but now you don't care.
Yeah, I think it cares in a different way.
Yeah.
Adam, so tell me this, answer me this.
Okay,
so if you were to give
Jackson Bailey, checking the tomes.
Yeah, I'm checking the terms. If you were to give Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania a review out of 5,
Yeah.
what would you give it?
I don't like the star system, is the
But
problem.
he did say 8 out of 10. So, it
So
would be
8 out of 10, and that in your mad world
Yeah.
is the equivalent of 2.5 stars?
Ooh.
Huh? Adam, this goes against everything you believe in. That's crazy. 2.5 stars? I guess over time has changed.
I guess so.
I guess
No,
so.
I do remember going to see it with Adam because we all left the cinema and we were just like, me and you were just like staring off into space. My wife hated it, I think, more than all of us.
Oh, yeah.
And Adam being like, had a good time.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I remember watching a Marvel movie with you is
yeah.
great because you get to see what
Enjoyment
it must be like if you
Be kind. Be kind. Be kind.
enjoy
If you
those
enjoy
kinds
this
of
movie.
movies.
Yeah. So in Deadpool Wolverine, when Wolverine put on his mask, Hoot and hollering? You like, had a
Oh,
good
when
time?
he first. When I was like, oh my God, he had that the whole time?
Yeah,
I
guess
okay.
that was
I like
a hoot
that.
and hollering exciting.
I do
time.
remember being excited by that.
That's crazy, man. I mean, hey, more respect to
Hey,
you.
that's fine.
You know-
I'm always, sometimes I think I mentioned sometime in the past where it's like, hey, sometimes when Twitter was like, still accessible, but a
Yeah,
little different kind
kind.
of accessible. But when people were talking about with these Spider-Mans, they come out and they're like, oh, this outfit. And then they would go to town on it. And like, I couldn't imagine caring
No, me
anymore.
neither. Truly.
About this.
Who
just
gives a
certain
shit?
Spider-Man.
Who gives a shit?
Logo or the
Yeah.
which costume they were using.
You seen
like
that
the-
that image of
not for me.
who plays Ian McKellen in like a Magneto outfit for the new
Yeah.
MCU movie? He just looks so sad.
Yeah.
I think when I see Ian McKellen in that movie, it's gonna give me depression.
yeah.
It must be really sad to live your lives like this.
Well, there are good movies that
Okay.
I watch and enjoy.
Yeah.
This is not like the barometer. I mean, what's sad is that I have to watch it.
Okay.
If I didn't have to watch it, I wouldn't be sad because I just wouldn't
Yeah.
think about it.
Well, yeah, like I think, I would have just moved on.
Yeah. I really like the Phoenician Scheme. That was like a satisfying movie to
was that?
consume. It's the latest Wes Anderson movie. That was really
Right.
good, dude. I liked watching Tron Legacy for this show.
Yeah.
That was really good. That was fulfilling. Yeah.
Okay.
The Fallout TV show.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so it looks like they're doing New Vegas effectively. For this one, they're going to Novak. They're going to New Vegas itself, possibly.
Probably, yeah.
Season 1 ended, and this is my rememberings of it, is that Kyle MacLachlan, main lady's dad, actually villain,
Yeah.
bad guy. Big secret of their vault is that they're also being run by frozen Vault Tech employees
Okay.
from times of yore.
Okay.
And that-
Employee singular.
Yeah.
and Kyle MacLachlan basically killed their mom, maybe?
Sure.
Or the mom tried to leave.
Yeah, did leave.
Did leave.
Went to Shady Sands, I believe
yeah,
the city
went
was.
to Shady
Yeah.
Sands and then did try to take the kids with, or at least the daughter.
Yeah.
And then Kyle MacLachlan maybe got shitty, but he nuked the shit out of that.
Okay.
And blew up that city.
Yep.
Irresponsible that.
Mm-hmm.
And the person that came in to basically kidnap him at the start of the season was the mum's lover, I think. Or I could be
They
misremembering
quite
it.
clear. I don't know if they ever.
Bless
Sorry.
you, Adam.
No need to apologize.
It's nice to see a smile on your face.
Yeah, dude.
What was I going to say?
They never explicitly.
Yeah,
It was
I don't think they were ever.
very-
Yeah,
I think
I was
it
going
was
to say.
explicitly implied, though.
Mm.
I
it was
well,
very explicitly implied.
I guess they just never outright came out and said it, and I feel like don't be a little baby about it. Fucking say it.
I thought they I mean, look, it was.
Look,
obvious
I
as
think
hell.
it's obvious.
Yeah.
I think it's obvious to anyone
If you
watching.
could watch that and be like, no, they were just roommates and friends.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think
you
in
are
this,
consuming media wrong.
I understand, that
yeah.
subtext exists and is a
Yes.
thing. I swear to God, even though you maybe don't believe that right now.
Well, you can enjoy those movies and still
Hey,
have.
and again, I quite enjoyed Love and Thunder.
Exactly, dude. I think that movie was hot garbage.
Yeah.
Made by a man who clearly doesn't care about art.
Yeah,
But-
I also agree with that statement.
Yeah, if you can love that movie, that's okay.
But there's little moments where I'm like, that got me.
yeah,
But
hey,
that's fine.
we're all only
We're only
human,
human.
obviously. Yeah.
And yeah, so the woman that raided the vault and got Kyle MacLachlan was the mother's lover or good friend.
Yeah.
Previous or member of the NCR, which wasn't a thing maybe, but now is a thing.
Then they develop cold fusion.
Oh, okay.
Cold fusion had been developed, I believe, basically pre-war, but Vault-Tec was sitting on it.
Yes.
Okay.
And then they hit the button to get cold fusion.
Yeah.
And then Kyle MacLachlan in a mech suit fucks off.
Okay.
Titus Maximus
took
credit for the cold fusion.
Well, he didn't on purpose take credit. They come in, the Brotherhood come in at the end, and they
because
see
he's very
still there.
Yeah, he's very disillusioned with the Brotherhood.
Yeah,
he's very much like this. He
was moments from leaving.
We're maybe not the good guys, kind of thing.
But they come in, they see him there with the cold fusion device. They're like, "Oh my god, you got it for us!
You're big good times."
Yeah.
All is forgiven.
Kyle MacLachlan, I'm assuming, is going to
Kyle
Vegas?
MacLachlan, is heading off to get reinforcements, basically. Well, we don't really know
He's just
why.
He left. He's like, oh, shit, I gotta go.
Yeah, all of his allies are gone. His daughter's turned against him. He's being hunted by Walter Goggins' character, Cooper Howard, the Ghoul.
Because he was the actor in the past times.
He's Vault
Boy.
He's Mr. Vault.
Yeah.
There's the stuff going on in the vault.
What's going on in the vault?
Lucy's brother, Chet.
Yes.
Is his name?
Yes. Yes.
Maybe.
I remember.
Yeah.
He finds...
They're doing he finds out that the vault that they grow up in is one of three vaults.
Yeah.
They're interconnected vaults, and skip over a bunch of stuff or whatever. But basically what they find out is one of the other vaults has been basically completely holed out.
Yeah.
Everyone there's dead. And the other remaining vault isn't actually a vault, but is a cryo bay filled with Vault-Tec employees who this other vault exists primarily to service that vault.
Oh, okay.
And so their entire lives, they've existed solely just to look after these Vault-Tec employees and provide breeding stock and such like that to restart the world. Vault-Tec understood or kind of contrived the end of the world so that they could be in charge.
Yeah, all right.
That's right. There was a big reveal.
Which is partially why they nuked Shady Sands as well. Shady Sands, which was the heart, I believe, because this lore changes the original lore a little bit. I think Shady Sands was the heart or the capital of the NCR, and they nuked Shady Sands.
Yeah. Okay.
To kind of kill the NCR. Because, they're like, now we open the vaults, we come out, we take charge. They open the vaults, the NCR's there. They're like, what the hell?
Are you, because New Vegas, Adam, as far as, if I might be incorrect on this, that's your favorite Fallout game, yeah?
It is my favorite, yeah.
Is it exciting?
I promise you it has independently been judged as good.
That is true.
That is true.
It's not just me saying that it's good.
No, hey, New Vegas is a good game. I'm with you on that. Is there anything particularly about New Vegas that you hope this season touches on? You can say it, dude.
I don't want a mixed lore because Bethesda have been very clearly have been like, they're like, we don't feel we're beholden to any lore that has already been established. Okay. And
that seems to anger you.
Yeah.
I just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Don't touch it. Do your own thing if you're going to do your own thing.
Honestly, I do think it is weird and unnecessary for them to be like, this is the same continuity as the games. I think you solve a lot of problems by being like, they're different continuities. Yeah.
I just think, look, hey, we pick and choose. It's it's a game based on choices and decisions. So of course, not everything can be canon. So we've basically by and large, there's we've just picked and chosen what we want.
It's I
think sorry.
No, please.
It seems like the claim of oh no, it's all the same continuity was an attempt to calm the fan base, but that seems stupid to go in the other direction.
Yeah.
Say
they've had to even with the games, they've kind of wrecked the continuity of the larger games so many times now, and they've had to explain it in so many different ways. It's Bethesda. It's okay.
Yeah.
You want the super mutants, you want the Brotherhood of Steel, you want the iconic look of everything, just do it that way.
But as you know, you yourself are like, I wish that I'd touched the continuity. I wish does it
I-
really matter? I've
no, I
always
don't-
been on the side, but like you're not the only
Yeah.
one. There's a lot of people that hate when
Oh, no, I'm saying
anyone
I
messes
don't-
with anything, and I'm
Yeah.
like, whatever. Like, don't let continuity get in the way of you telling
I
a
think
good
it kind of
story.
depends, really. Like, I agree. The continuity of the games and the TV show contradicting being a problem is weird. Those are two different mediums. But I
Yeah.
think if your franchise, like the games contradicting, I think I can understand that because the reason they contradict is so obvious, where it's like, well, it's to get super mutants into this place where they wouldn't normally be. And you're like, well, just come up with something fucking new. You don't have to, like, in that sense, I'm like, that I suppose is annoying. I guess it's like, it's actually, the problem maybe is a problem of language, where we use the word continuity, but what we actually mean is consistency.
Okay.
Because when there's a consistent world, you go, okay, I understand the rules and I understand what's come before, so what will happen next.
Right.
But if it's a continuity thing, it's kind of like, I suppose, like the idea of canon. It's like this larger, broader thing hanging over your head that in some way will dictate how good, like the quality of the thing, which is not accurate.
Like the issue, the thing I always think about is it's often the super mutants and the Brotherhood of Steel, but the super mutants is very easy to explain. Where in the very first game, the super mutants are this huge, they're the final boss. They're this huge, terrible enemy, and you defeat them at the end of the game. And the super mutants are dealt with. They're done. But then in Fallout 3, because Bethesda were like, well, we just want super mutants. So there's like, but there was always another group.
Okay.
And these group, and the funniest thing is they
keep doing it. The same thing happens in Fallout 4 and I think 75, where they go
76.
76, sorry, they go, and there were also super mutants here.
Okay.
I think it's because it's not so much that it or at least from my perspective, it's not so much that it contradicts continuity. It's just stupid.
Okay.
It's like
it's like it sounds a bit lazy. Come up with something new.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. It's like, well, what's the point then of having? I think it's
a very surface. Bethesda have a very surface level reading of Fallout as well, because they keep forcing it to be a post-apocalyptic world, but it isn't. Fallout, even Fallout 1, humanity is rebuilding.
By the
time of post, right?
Yeah, it's post. By the time of Fallout 2, there are countries again.
The
NCR is a country.
Absolutely. Yeah. But it is,
which is why the nuke thing is so. I mean, the new season they're bringing it back, but in season 1 it felt pretty heavily implied that the NCR that you nuke one capital city and now the NCR is gone. It's the NCR remnants and that's it.
Okay, but
anyway,
it's not that.
I'm guessing there's new guys coming in.
You can't just. Oh yeah, so there's scenes. I think the trailer only shows Caesar's Legion, which is also itself a country, but. There are behind the scenes shots, I think, that have been released that show the NCR. And so at first people were saying, it might just be flashbacks, but because Caesar's Legion is very definitely still in the present day as of season 2, the NCR presumably is also still kicking around, which makes more sense because you can't destroy a country by nuking one city.
No.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Which will be interesting. I hope it will be interesting because I'm sick and tired of Bethesda forcing us to play in the post-apocalypse. Show me the next step.
Yeah.
It's been
for sure.
hundreds of years. It has been so fucking long.
I think it just becomes tedious to encounter the same characters and the same factions again and again and again and again.
So what makes it? Because isn't it all post? Like, why? What do you mean by when they say, "Can we please get rid of the post"?
Well, so every time you encounter a city in a Fallout game, no matter how much time has passed, the city is struggling. You know what I mean? The wasteland is dangerous.
So there's no
nature
roads,
has never reclaimed the land. Yeah.
No roads, no oil, no whatever.
In Fallout 3, there's a few scattered settlements, but it's treated very much as if the bombs fell yesterday.
Yeah.
And in Fallout 4, they do the exact same thing. They do the exact same thing for a slightly different, so they can fucking shovel in those base building mechanics and stuff like that. There's one of my favorite mods for Fallout 4 is all of the sites where you could go and build your own base. It builds a base there already and it populates it with people.
Oh, that's cool.
That's great because then it feels like. It feels
humanity
like
has lived. Like
it feels
on.
like it's been 200 years.
Yeah. For
Anyway.
sure.
Okay, well, that makes like a level of sense. But is it also like maybe is it canon-y like lore stuff? Is it like Vault-Tec wants to kind of keep it squashed or whatever, or are they like no, we want to come out?
Not
when
really
it is
in the
post-post?
games. I don't think that you could. I mean, you could make that reading of it, I guess, but
they keep it very ambiguous as to why the war happened and who attacked first.
Gotcha.
It's very like there are arguments that people have made, but they never have ever been explicit about who started it because that's not the point.
Yeah.
It was. It's the point of the original games is hey, nuclear war is bad.
Yeah. For sure.
There are no winners. It doesn't matter who attacked first.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we've got a trailer, and so we get to see the Mr. Fallout himself. A man with a mustache.
Johnny House.
Johnny House.
Mr. House.
Right, his name is House.
Yeah.
Mr. House.
He's Johnny House. He's
The
Mr.
house always wins.
Is his name Johnny?
No.
God, I hope so.
Me too.
Well, his name's Robert House.
Robbie House.
Robbie House. And so it
Mr.
looks
House.
like it's Walton Goggins, maybe the past, meeting this man.
Yeah,
That's what we
presumably
seem
in
to
the
get.
future as well, but it might not be in the flesh.
Yes, very true. If the New Vegas game is anything to go
Because
by.
we've already seen guys as brains and robots, right? And I'm assuming that Mr. Robbie House may also be a guy in a brain or whatever.
He's sort of more like a husk in a computer.
It's actually it's a great reveal. People who have played the game kind of forget this because they've known about it for so long. The reveal was so long ago in their own history. But so Mr. House, the first time you meet him, he's a face on a screen, a stationary, not moving face, and he talks to you. And yes, you have encountered these like brains in jars and stuff like that. And you've also, like the previous game, Fallout 3, had an AI. An AI that pretended to be a person until you met it. Okay. And so you come into it like, oh yeah, it's going to be an AI. It's going to be a brain in a jar. And then, because it's been hundreds of years, and then when you finally meet Mr. House in the flesh, it is a shriveled old husk that has been kept alive by a computer.
And it's, the whole time as well, he's like, I'm the big boss. I'm so powerful. And then he's a little husk man, and it's awesome.
You get to kick him a little bit.
Yeah, dude.
I think it'll be very interesting as well because Mr. House, like, his characterization I'll be curious to see what they do with him because first off, there's no way they're going to be commenting they're not going to pick one of the canonical endings to New Vegas, Fallout New Vegas, because you can't have Mr. House except in one very specific scenario at the end of the game. There's only one ending where Mr. House is alive.
Alrighty.
And I don't think they're bringing in an actor like that, having a scene with that actor in the trailer, if they're not making that actor a shriveled husk inside a machine. You know what I mean?
For sure.
100% they're going to have that man don some prosthetic makeup so that he can come out of the machine. Yeah.
Okay.
But that means that I reckon they're not going to come down or if they do have a definitive ending to the events of Fallout New Vegas, it's not going to be one of the ones that you can pick in the game.
What are the ones you can pick in the game? You can blow up New Vegas.
Not really, actually.
So what are the ones? You can eat a baby.
You can eat a baby, yes.
You can't eat a baby.
You can eat a baby for powers.
Yeah, I thought you could eat a baby for powers.
Fallout has not allowed you to kill children since Fallout 2 because it was very controversial in 2.
Is Fallout 2 the one you eat a baby?
No, I
can never eat a
believe
baby.
that this idea that you could eat a baby comes from a mod that's Mandela affected everybody. So I had this belief that for the Pit, which is actually for Fallout 3, the Pit DLC, that you get the choice to either save a baby or save a baby in another way.
There's 2 factions fighting for a baby because the baby maybe has a cure to this disease.
You get to pick which faction it is, but if you have the cannibalism perk, you can eat the baby for permanent RADS resistance.
That's a mod.
But that's a mod. But it's. I guess it was such a popular mod. I don't know. Because I brought this up somewhere else on the fucking network.
Yeah, this is my memory of it.
And everybody was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that. Wait a second.
No Fallout game
I think that's a shame.
With
You should
maybe
be able
some
to eat a
exceptions
baby,
of
dude.
of the side games.
If it's meant to be an accurate depiction of the post-apocalypse, you should be able to eat children.
That's good eating.
That's good eating, dude.
Jackson Bailey, 2025.
The options for endings for Fallout New Vegas are you can side with. So the culmination of Fallout New Vegas is it's fighting over the Hoover Dam.
Yep.
Which a cool fact about the Hoover Dam is that when it fails, it will fail not because of anything wrong with the dam, but because water has eroded the canyon either side of it.
That is cool.
That will go first.
That is cool.
I think that's neat.
That is neat.
So the Hoover Dam survived the bombs dropping because, and this will, I don't know, this will be a larger conversation about Mr. House, but Mr. House defended New Vegas, Vegas, then New Vegas, specifically from the bombs because he lived there, and also he wanted to, he
was doing the Vault-Tec thing, kind of, right?
In the show, he's working with Vault-Tec, but in the games, I don't see how you compare Mr. House in the games as working with Vault-Tec. Mr. House has, in his mind, in the games, there is no equal. There's no, like, sharing the post-apocalypse. Mr. House is like, I am the only person who can lead humanity.
Well, maybe in the TV show he'll be like,
maybe
like I'm working with them to eventually betray them,
or
something to that effect.
But that also, I mean, once again, he could have seen Vault-Tec as inevitably doing this or something like that. But the reason he was able to protect Vegas is because he just knew that the bombs were going to fall eventually. He didn't like push for it to happen because he didn't want it to happen.
Well, they say in the trailer, the Walton Goggins is like, you want to see where it started? And he doesn't sound like that, but this is where it began in Las Vegas. So
in the show, maybe, but that is a different character. I think it's a different characterization of Mr.
Well,
House.
it's interesting. Do you think that by the end of this season we'll be done with New Vegas, the game? Like, because it's interesting.
The game?
Well, like in that this season is like we're going to New Vegas, which is the location of Fallout New Vegas. Do we think by the end of this season they'll be like, well, that's New Vegas, and the next season we're going to go to the fucking Capital Wasteland?
Well, I was going to say maybe Boston for Fallout 4, for the Pridwin, for that stuff.
That's true, because the Pridwin is, or at least some kind of...
it feels like the Brotherhood of Steel, because they have this cold fusion technology now, might be building up to being like an ultimate antagonist.
Yeah. How many seasons of this do you think there'll be?
As many as profitable. That is my guess.
How long is the contract that the main actors have signed for? Because the moment that contract is up and there's the potential for a season, they could demand more money. Which means maybe it won't be as profitable.
Well,
unfortunately, character dies.
Well, unfortunately, though, it's streaming, so it was only we only got like 20 billion minutes. And the target is actually 406 billion minutes.
Sorry, pal.
Sorry, pal, you don't get your bonus.
But it's kind of an interesting narrative to build toward like a permanent, or not a permanent, like a final antagonist or a final, like this story does have an ending, is what it feels like.
Yeah, it does.
So it just, I wonder if there's like a planned amount of seasons or...
It seems that like Walton Goggins' character, like he's trying to find his wife and kid.
Yeah.
I forget what happened.
He loves it.
Couldn't tell you, brother.
So there was something.
There was something. That
at
was
first, he's kind of aimless.
Yeah.
Then he makes the connection that, what's his name?
Kyle MacLachlan?
Yeah, Kyle MacLachlan's character.
That's right. He met him in the past.
Yeah. So he knows that Kyle MacLachlan's character, wish I could remember his name, can tell him, or probably has information about the whereabouts about his daughter and his wife.
Because they were Vault-Tec employee, or the wife was a Vault-Tec.
Yeah, she was like an upper echelon.
Yeah. So she might also be in the...
What do they call it? Third suite? What's it called? C-suite.
C-suite.
Yeah.
She's a C-suite, yeah.
So like she might be alive
somewhere, and maybe she's in like the vault that what's her face? The
main
character.
Well, there's more to be flashed back. If you'll remember, there's a lot of content in the flashback that we... So there's kind of like a B plot happening in flashbacks told through Walter Goggins' character, the Ghoul, where we're kind of learning, as he's learning, that Vault-Tec know about the end of, or are planning the end of the world. And so it's kind of, but I think a type of story that I think is very cool, where characters A and B start at the beginning and episode 1 start there and are moving forwards, but one of the characters also starts back here and we see him moving forward to episode 1. Till he gets
1,
which I think is neat.
That is cool.
Yeah, and there's like, a lot of there where it's like uncovering stuff. They're like, oh, well, it's connecting. But I'm remembering vaguely, I'm like, something to do with his, he found information. It was a big twist. And the big twist was that, he met McLaughlin, and McLaughlin, I think, was a shit kicker. Like, he wasn't even that really important in Vault-Tec employee.
Yeah, he was kind of not that high up.
Yeah. But he might know what's going on.
I think the idea is that like he's like a low-level executive, but then becomes a bit higher. Anyway, so the Mr. House that they show or that I'm getting the impression of does not feel like it compares very well with the one in the game.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I just wish they didn't feel like they needed to put Mr. House in the show, I guess.
Well, it is a kind of interesting thing. I was just thinking about that. Like, you feel like, I remember when the first trailer came out, I was like, oh, well, what's cool about the Fallout games is that they pick a city or they pick a region of America and they go, well, let's drop a bomb on it and then imagine what could happen, right? And that's always cool where they go, well, this is, what mutated creatures are going to live here? What factions that existed previously are going to survive through the apocalypse and look slightly different in the present day or whatever? And so it was kind of cool that the first one was taking place in a place I think we'd never seen affected, or we'd never seen in a game before, if I'm correct. I have not seen it. So.
Well, it takes place around where the first game takes place.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then I suppose it would be a cool opportunity to be like, well, let's go to places we're probably never going to visit in the games. Yeah. And just as settings, they might be interesting.
Well, they might open it up to that, and that'd be kind of like,
I get
you get to
Season 3, I think, will really show us what the plan is. In that, but that's true. Fuck you. Go to hell.
Because it depends what, if they, it's such a weird thing when it comes to TV series. If they don't plan for a season and they're like, are we going to get one or not? I'm so curious how, some of those TV series are, filmed. If they're like, well, and this would be me, classic examples of we filmed a cliffhanger and then we didn't get to the next season. I'm sorry. How much do you plan ahead to be like, well, we got the season which we could wrap up, and then we also filmed a bit of a cliffhanger, and then midway through the season, are we getting greenlit? Are we getting not?
I think the brave thing to do is to plan to always have another season.
Yeah.
I think be brave and be like,
I agree.
If we don't get another season, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude, because otherwise you get, there's a TV show, I can't remember the name of it or what show it is, but I know this happened, where they were always at risk of getting canceled, basically at the end of every season.
Sounds like a lot of shows.
Yeah.
But it meant that every season...
Community has that. Every season's meant to be basically the end of the show.
Yeah, Futurama.
No, I thought it was more of a more serious show, but it was anyway... It kind of feels weird to watch because the final episode of every season is the final episode, and then they just start again. And it's kind of weird.
Well, again, I had that with Futurama, or they really the Devil's Idle Hands of Devil's Plaything. You're like, what a beautiful ending to that show.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. We're coming back for the season. Okay.
Fair enough.
We're back again.
And that's the end. Okay,
we're back again.
Oh yeah.
To answer your question from before,
yes.
So there are 5 endings depending on how you look at it. So one of them is they're all fighting over the Hoover Dam, which still works. A common theme in Fallout games is fighting over a power source.
Yeah, okay.
So
makes sense.
The Hoover Dam, which still works. The NCR, based out of is a kind of a America of old, basically. You can help them win the Hoover Dam. There's Caesar's Legion, which is styled after, the Roman Republic, a very authoritarian dictatorship.
Yeah.
You could help them win. You can do what's called an independent Vegas run, where you get to pick and choose which factions survive and die, and you take control, basically. Okay. And there's 2 versions. One where you take control, basically with an iron fist, a robot army. Or you can not take the robot army, and then it's kind of chaos, they explain.
Robot army, you say?
Okay.
And then finally, there's Mr. House, which is basically the same as the Iron Fist with robots, but Mr. House, instead of you, is in charge.
I don't think I ever finished Fallout New Vegas.
There you go.
I guess I got bogged down doing other stuff and never got to the end.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, damn.
I wonder if they'll do something similar with this, where they, there's going to... we don't really see many robots and like AI.
We get to see
There's a Mr. whatever they're called.
not a Mr. Handy. It's
Mr. Helpful?
No, it's a Securitron. They're
Yes,
called
So we
big
see
white
them.
a specific one. It looks like called Victor from the games.
Okay,
Yeah, because he's
see
got a specific face.
Yeah, we saw a few of them in the first season, but we never saw like that, like the AI. Is it Valentine or whatever? The guy who's like a robot
yes,
who's going to be a cop or some shit.
Synths.
Yeah.
There we go.
We didn't see any synths.
Yeah.
We might see that in season 3 when we see the wider world.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what season 3, because either. Shut the fuck up. This fucking guy, dude.
God, I hope season 2's the last season. That would be so funny.
Well, I just think season 3 is where you see whether or not they're going to do something new or whether every season's going to be a different game.
Can I ask, do you mean season 3 of this show, or just do you think season 3 is in general?
Of this show.
Oh, where you see the wider world?
Yeah. Season
okay.
3 of this. Well, because season 2, they've gone to New Vegas.
Yeah.
So if season 3 of this show takes place in a brand new area, oh well, they're picking and choosing. But if season 3 of this show takes place in Boston, you go, oh, okay, every season's going to correspond to a game.
Okay.
Lame, you know?
Sure. I kind of agree with that. Like, you know, it's just like you've got this whole franchise. Have
Yeah,
fun
what are you
with it.
doing? Otherwise,
I reckon
it's just,
season 3s are where they branch off. You know, when adaptations have their season 3,
Yeah,
I reckon that's typically where they start making their own stuff.
having some
We'll go to
liberties.
Canada maybe in season 3, you know?
Oh, why not?
Yeah,
dude.
Australia did season 3. That's what I
hope
wanna
that
know.
it's the season 3 takes place entirely within Nuka World, from the Nuka World DLC to Fallout 4, dude.
Imagine if they did that, though.
Then I'd
Imagine if-
watch. I'd start
yeah.
watching, dude.
You'd
Just for
stop.
that. I'd start
Oh,
watching.
you'd start. At least I'd
I
stop.
wouldn't watch season 1 and 2 though.
Yeah,
I'd be
start
only in it
there.
for Nuka World.
That
and
was
once
so
they left,
frustrating to me about you. Talk about
Nuka World's cool, man.
Talk about being obsessed with bad media, to go back to
Yeah.
earlier.
Nuka
There is
World-
one, for
yeah.
Fallout 4, there is one DLC that's good, and he has not played it, and he would fucking love it. And you
Yeah.
keep playing fucking Nuka World,
Yeah, dude,
one of the
'cause-
worst DLCs they made.
Yeah, because
Which
it's
is
like
the awesome one that he'd love.
yeah, it's the awesome one I would love is set on some island or some shit.
Valhalla.
But Nuka World did
Some
is,
shit, whatever. Nuka World,
what if
though.
Coke had a theme park and you could go
Oh.
there and kind of get bored really
Yeah,
quickly.
yeah. You see, even in his own attempt to
but
persuade
the potential, dude, the potential,
you, in his
awesome.
own attempt to persuade you,
Yeah, yeah.
he
Yeah.
got bored.
Nuka World's the best,
but
dude.
the potential. It's
the only DLC
An
they've
island or whatever, but
Who cares? But Coke,
would-
the theme park.
You would love
I'm
Far
sure I
Harbor.
would, dude.
Yeah.
Alas, unfortunately,
Alas, he's too busy in the theme park. Where is the theme park in the world?
you got to take like a shuttle to it.
Somewhere near
It's
Boston.
near Boston. yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. I'm sure
Where's
there's a
Vegas?
specific.
Vegas is it's in Nevada,
In comparison to Boston,
pretty far away.
we probably won't. Wait a minute. There's multiple Disneylands or worlds all over
Absolutely,
the shop.
dude.
So maybe there'll be a Nuka,
Nuka World
in
taking-
Vegas.
Yes. What's the closest Disney? Maybe they go to California. Nuka World California Adventure. Yeah,
God.
dude.
That'd be nice.
Wiki
Maybe we see a
dot
bunch of Nuka
fandom.
World.
I hope so, dude. And the Nuka World robots and that the Walt Disney analog who's just a head. That's awesome, dude.
That sounds
Alligator men, kind
Oh.
of. Yeah, dude. Nuka World rocks.
Like with the
It's
kind of
in-
in Florida or whatever.
It's in Massachusetts, just west of Boston, is all they say.
Nuka World is sort of it holds the same place in my heart and head as Dark Knight's Metals, where I go, man, I should read Dark Knight's Metal, all right? I should play the Nuka World DLC, and then I'm doing it. I'm like, this is terrible. Why am I here? But I'll be doing that for the 20th time.
Yeah. Maybe this time it'll be good.
I reckon one day it'll have to be. Do we have any swings for the fences for the Fallout TV show?
I reckon they're going to have basically this is my prediction. The conflict between the NCR, the Legion, Mr. House over the Hoover Dam, I reckon that's going to have been set in stasis since before the game. So I reckon they're still going to be fighting over the dam.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we think we'll get, and this is important based on the last time we talked about Fallout and had you on the show. Now, you made the claim if the courier appears in this season.
If we see the courier,
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm pretty sure there was some references.
yeah.
There was,
was-
and there, I will look if we were splitting. I mean, then we end up splitting it.
Yeah.
I
would have made. I remember
that.
I think I was trying to make the argument that we did see the courier in the.
We
in the first
definitely
one.
didn't see the courier.
Or there was definitely something happening with the
Yeah.
There was a
courier.
woman in one of the vaults who said that her one of her parents was a courier.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, that counts.
Yeah.
And you were like, it doesn't count. And I was
That
like,
could
"Oh."
not possibly count.
If in the second season we physically see a character that everyone calls the courier, what will count?
If there is, I'll go because fine, to stop the splitting of the hairs.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to I will concede that it doesn't have to be a quote unquote the courier, the main character of Fallout New Vegas. But if they have a character whose name is the courier, I will go egg mode.
Okay.
That's huge, dude.
So their name, and when you say their name,
It doesn't have to just be the courier. Like
as in
Howard Cooper.
Yeah.
Walton Goggins' character is called Howard Cooper, aka the Ghoul.
So if there's somebody named like Don
Betty Johns,
Fink,
aka the courier.
Betty Johns or John Fink, aka the
Courier.
I will go egg mode.
Okay, that's very exciting, dude.
If their IMDb fucking listing thing says the courier,
Okay.
You're Johnny Eggs.
I'm Johnny Eggs. Okay. I'll do it.
Okay, and
I'll do it.
No facial hair, no head hair, no eyebrow hair.
As if my head had alopecia.
Oh, I cannot wait. You're going to look crazy.
Okay.
My swing for the fence is that they'll go to Nuka World. And that this season it's a fake out. There's been a fake trailer. And they're actually going to go to Nuka World for the whole
I do like it.
The whole season of TV.
Nice. Swing for a fence is it had been revealed in times of past that the ghoul ate that baby to get anti-rads or whatever.
Yeah, that's awesome. I ate a baby.
I ate a baby once.
I just had a memory. I ate a baby.
You genuinely might like some of the scenes with the ghoul.
Oh, I think I love the show, dude. It seems cool.
There's specifically that scene where the ghoul's like, now you're like me.
Oh, yeah, that was a good scene. Yeah,
I reckon you'd love that.
Yeah, I think I'd love the show. I hear it's really good.
Yeah, I think that's what you'd probably like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, time for us to jump to the bsboyspod@gmail.com inbox.
Yes.
Hey, if you like the show and you like what we do, you think it's funny and you're laughing and having a good time on the bus, you consider supporting us by signing up to Baseless Speculation Plus.
Exactly.
Links in the show notes, or if you're on Apple, it's literally just a button.
Yeah, SANSPANTSradio.com, or you could, if you're in Apple Podcasts, there's a button you can just hit. I think you can just try it out for free.
Exactly. Give it a crack, see if it's for you. You get
it's like a small little, like less than a cup of coffee.
Less than a cup of coffee, and that's fucking nothing.
Oh, come on, less than like an iced latte.
Exactly, dude.
Because iced lattes.
Come on, dude. What do you?
Why are they more expensive?
Why are
than
they more
regular
expensive
latte?
than a regular
It's harder
coffee?
to make it cold.
Bullshit.
Absurd,
It
dude.
starts
Bullshit,
hot,
I will
they gotta
fight
make
you.
it cold. It's, you know.
This is he's believing their bullshit. That's how
buying
you
into big
love
coffee,
her.
dude.
Oh yeah, ice is hard. I love Quantum Mania. Safe space. A safe space.
I thought you called me a sex pest. Sex pest.
Super sex.
If you sign up, you get access to a infrequent, but not that infrequent episode of Baseless Speculation Plus, as well as ad-free content. Support us, please. Anyway, first email comes from Jack. Hi, boys. While I can't speak for all, I want to share why I originally didn't like Avatar. I wasn't ready for it. And I will say, we get a lot of Avatar emails, and God bless you all, but I ain't reading all that.
A lot of them are very long.
A lot of them are very long.
Again, it's very nice to get both support for and
and to hear your opinion
against.
on. That's great.
Interesting.
Jack
actually.
says, I was a teen who liked sarcasm, irony, and snark, and I hated everything sincere when Avatar 1 came out. Okay. So a lot of the points I saw in Facebook groups were exactly what I was spewing. It's stupid, it's derivative, unobtainium, lol.
Yeah.
All the while thinking BVS was really cool, actually, and Marvel could do no wrong. It wasn't until you boys were talking about Avatar 2 that I decided to revisit the first one. And after years of maturing and watching slop, Marvel/Bad Boys irony-led films, the sincerity of Avatar and its sequel had me cheering. I adored, I understood. So I think a lot of people aren't ready yet, similar to how if Gunn's Superman came out in the late 2000s or the early 2010s, it would have been laughed at, which I think that's very true.
Yeah.
Anyway, just wanted to put in my 2 cents. Thanks for making me an Avatar fan, and thanks for reading if you did. They then go on to say, and maybe this is why I picked this email, I don't know. P.S. I'm the guy who suggested now you see me once, now you see me twice, and now you see me 3 times. And the Joels are cowards for not accepting the gauntlet. Jackson is the only brave podcaster. What a sad state of affairs. This is the gauntlet, Adam, if you're unaware. We watched Now You See Me 1 once. We watched Now You See Me 2 twice. And Now You See Me 3 times.
Now You See Me, if we're talking about movies I hated,
Yeah.
the Now You See Me,
I'm with him on this.
makes me want to barf.
I hated it so much.
See, I would, if you told me, if you put a DVD of Now You See Me 1 in the DVD player, and you put a gun to my head,
Okay, I was
and
like,
you said,
or you put my penis as well, like, ready to go in the DVD player, and slam it into that DVD player, I would choose the penis injury.
Yeah.
well, if you put the gun to my head and you said, you either sit through this movie or I shoot you, I would turn to you, Joel, and I would say, shoot me twice.
Interesting. I still think we should do the gauntlet one day.
Hey, maybe for a little bonus BS plus.
Exactly,
at some
dude.
point.
Or for the most unnecessary based rewind we've ever done.
Can I
life.
also ask, talking about Superman being released in a different time and being disliked, do you think that there is a time where Quantum Mania could have been released and you might have liked it?
I think I would have liked Quantumania. Probably not. And I say that because when I was liking, no disrespect, slop, when I was like an early teenager, I remember going to see.
I think you're allowed to just say no disrespect and then disrespect.
I'm disrespecting the movie, not you. More or less.
You love slop, that's on you.
You
I'm
like
not
slop.
judging you.
Pigs like slop, and I like pigs. So.
Exactly.
No, when I was a teenager, I went to see. Oh no, I've done this to myself.
I think I'm gonna cry.
The third prequel movie.
Fuck. The
third prequel.
Pigs like slop. I like pigs. Fuck, what a great line. Wow. The third prequel one.
What's it called?
Revenge of the
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Well, I went to see Revenge of the Sith, and I remember it. It didn't bounce off me. It's like it went through me. And I was with a friend who really cared about it. I was like, man, that was cool. And I was like, I might as well have just not seen a movie.
Yeah.
So in that period of time, I didn't know how to consume media.
Yeah.
And then I think by the time I did, it would have been slop to me. I would have hated it no matter when.
Because I'm trying to remember, there's many, why did I really dislike that film? And there's many reasons. The volume, I think, is a big part of it. Like it just like how it looked.
Yeah.
So I'm like, when would I like that? Again, maybe as a teenager, but I'm trying to
probably
think
when
of,
I was 10.
Maybe
honestly, I think when I was 10, I would have just been like, "Whoa, there's a lot of colors," and that would have been enough for me. And I would have laughed at MODOK's little bum.
Yeah. I reckon around about that, like early teens to like the tweens or whatever it's called, like 11, 12.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, because there's like, laughing at MODOK's bum, that'd be pretty good. That little alien that's maybe does
when the minions do it, it's hilarious.
Yeah, well,
but when MODOK does it,
that brother, Quantum Mania don't got shit on the minions.
The minions are fucking hilarious.
Is there is there a dude that's like, or am I thinking of the minions?
There was you might be thinking of Chewbacca.
No, there's a guy who's goo, and they talk about how many holes he has.
Maybe I'm not thinking of that. And I guess the end where like, Ant-Man's like, oh, but, he did say this was happening and oh no, and oh God. And he has that little existential crisis. But that's like, the classic Marvel bullshit of like, oh, we're going to promise you a better movie later. And they never do.
I think I'm just, it needs to have been a time where I don't know about how movies are made and know nothing about what's happening behind the scenes. Yeah. So I can put myself in the mindset that this is a movie someone cares about. Instead of seeing like...
Okay. If I had maybe just had some LASIK surgery.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice, dude.
And so I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
And I could only listen to it.
Okay.
I recken maybe then.
What about
that? I'm trying to remember, God, it was muddy as shit.
Yeah,
and you couldn't see
terrible.
anything at all.
What if, I've been hit by a truck. Okay.
Okay. Hit by a truck.
Yeah.
But that was 10 years ago.
Oh.
And like, as I'm waking up from the coma,
Yeah.
this is halfway through.
Okay.
I've been like, wow.
Whoa, this is what movies look like? Whoa. Well, I was going to say I've just been hit by a truck and I'm in a full body cast, but it's a mean hospital. And the nurses are being nasty and they've not let me watch anything, but I'm in here for like 6 months. And 3.5 months have gone by. And finally, a doctor's listened to me when I say the nurses are bullying me. The doctor says, okay, we'll put on a movie for you. And I'm like, I've not been allowed to watch any entertainment. And they won't even let my family come and see me. I just need a modicum of joy.
Exactly.
And the doctor puts on Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania.
Yep.
Even then.
I was just like, well, to a thirsty man, like, you know.
A thirsty man will drink piss, as they say. This
piss is the elixir of the gods.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This next email, it's somebody else just saying why they don't like Avatar, but it's got a belligerence about it that I thought was funny.
Okay.
I just turned 50, in case that matters. I watched the first Avatar and thought, all form, no function.
Birthday.
It's pretty, but there's not much to it other than that. He's been working on this movie for 20 years and couldn't come up with anything better than unobtainium. When you give up searching for unobtainium, do you have to start looking for MacGuffin? Maybe thingamajig? Yeah. New Hope has a simple story. Avatar is a simple story, but too simple. I legitimately thought it's a bad script. And I'm not bowing at the throne of James Cameron. I also refuse to watch Titanic. That's an awesome hill to die on. I can't comprehend it, but more power to you.
Good for you.
I will not watch Avatar again, and I will not watch the second one or the third one. I will watch Morbius again for the third, fourth, and fifth time because it's hilariously terrible. Rather watch a fun bad movie than a mad good movie. I'll watch any Mel Brooks movie prior to 1990 multiple times.
I was tricked into watching Morbius.
Really?
I watched it in the
tricked
space
you?
of 2 seconds on a TikTok. It like, and then someone came on and was like, "You just watched all of Morbius, you idiot!"
I was gonna say, you got tricked into watching Morbius. How like many actors got tricked into being in Morbius.
Yeah. It's my favorite Letterboxd review.
Yeah. Morbius is a film that's not even funny bad.
Yeah,
I like me some funny bad films. It's just
stinky.
That
dude.
being said, if you put Morbius back in cinemas this time,
we'll
go
watch
see
it. It's
it.
a good
We'll
film.
watch
I just love refusing to watch Titanic.
That's also
It's
good
just
too.
like, I don't know why you would do that. Like, I respect the hell out of it because I can't comprehend it.
I do wonder. I was thinking this the other day in terms of like a lot of people's like gripes with
Avatar.
the Avatar franchise or the Avatar or whatever, and they thought it's a very simple thing. Oh, it's disrespectful to indigenous culture. Oh, it's a white man savior complex. Oh, it's this. I'm wondering if it's the same people that when they watch Dune or read Dune, the same things that they say. Whereas like, oh, see, it's just another white man savior complex. Oh, yeah, see, it's just like, oh, this whole bullshit. Whereas like, well, Dune is the opposite.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, I've said it before. I kind of like that Avatar is the second movie interrogates the first movie.
So like
that's cool.
With Dune, that's kind of the whole point. Is like, this person's been set up and blah, blah. And the whole thing about like, don't fall for that charismatic leader. And that's like the whole point of Dune. But like the surface level of Dune is to be like, see, once again, unoriginal.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering because, the first Avatar comes out and like, that is what it is. And the second one comes out and it's like, oh, it's actually kind of, okay, now we're investigating that if that was, and then like, and it's gonna hopefully, gonna keep going, and then it'll kind of put everything like the previous movies into a different light.
Perspective.
And I really like that because it does seem like that is the direction it's going, and to kind of the surface level disregard for it all, it just feels like, and I mean this with as much sincerity as I can. Don't base your personality on an episode of South Park.
Yes,
that
absolutely.
you watched when you were a teenager.
Absolutely, give it a rewatch.
Give it. I just
like our friend from before who I rewatched it as an adult and was like, oh, actually, you know what? There's something to love here.
Yeah. So don't. Yeah, I understand South Park was very good and funny, and maybe even to this day people still watch it and it's very relevant to you and you love it. Yeah. But maybe don't let it
color your opinions.
Color your opinion on things.
Entirely.
It's funny to say that now. South Park is like very pointedly attacking the current administration. It's a funny opinion to have now. When South Park begrudgingly, you're like fighting on the same side right now.
Oh no, I used to watch South Park a lot when I was a lot younger. And again, it's like the often the criticism that I'm hearing with like Avatar is that the whole like, oh yeah, it's just dances with wolves with Smurfs, and you're like, that's a very weak take. It's a very surface level take. And you're like, okay, Very funny. Haha. I have too seen that episode.
Yeah.
Good job.
What
Good
else you
joke.
got, dude? What else you got? One last email. This is from Adam, but not this Adam.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Dear BS boys, I've been listening since I was 14, just before COVID, meaning you boys have almost certainly wrecked my poor, malleable teenage brain.
Yeah. welcome.
Doctors say it's as bad as being a pack-a-day smoker.
In this time, I feel as if Zamet has hardly aged and was absolutely glowing in the recent episode of Plumbing the Death Star I watched. This has led me to conclude he is absorbing the youth of Johnny Baby in a Mother Gothel type situation. I also believe he stole the youth of the little British boy that lived within Jackson when SANSPANTS first started, which would explain the change in accent. Yours forever ruined, Adam.
welcome,
for the
Adam.
first time ever, heard it. I was rewatching.
Yeah.
We did ages and ages back. You and I did a Q&A together. And I was listening back to the Q&A and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
I could
dude.
hear it.
Yeah.
You absolutely. It's the first time I
can hear it if I go back and listen to episodes like from 2 years ago. My voice is different.
Yeah, love that little British boy. of
Oh,
yours.
bring him back,
Yeah.
dude. What's
he doing?
What's he doing?
What's
I can't
going
even
on?
do the voice anymore.
Well, you're going too far.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do it all the time. Well, in the video I watched.
Well, I think that's because that's a transitionary period where it's like starting to become the kind of whatever the fuck it
Where
is
I'm
now.
there, like, sucking off your youth or whatever.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. Well, thank you so much for emailing us at bsboyspod@gmail.com. If you've got any opinions, if you want to come in here and defend Adam Carnivale from the...
No, don't do that.
opinions.
No
Yeah.
one.
Or if you want to double down. He's not going to be in the next episode probably, so he's not going to hear it. It'll just be us.
Yeah, and then we'll have to explain to Duscher
Yeah.
the opinions, and then you get to see his reaction.
Joel's
Exactly.
gonna be so much
Absolutely
meaner than the two of you were.
Safe.
Joel's gonna be
Space.
you with shut up. No, you didn't.
And if you want to email in on other like wonderful little words of compliments for me, especially, that was
If you
nice
want
to
to say
hear.
how handsome Joel Abbott is, the inbox is always open for
Always
you to
open
do
for
that.
those beautiful compliments.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so
Yeah.
much, Adam, for coming in this episode of Baseless Speculation.
Did you
Obviously,
get the huge yawn I did just?
Oh,
yeah, dude.
course.
Yeah,
we
good.
boring you?
Yeah,
Fair enough. It's been a long day.
You are keeping me. Yeah.
Obviously, people can find more of you and me and Zamet if you search D&D is for Nerds, our Dungeons and Dragons podcast on whatever app you listen
And
to
or
podcasts.
ampersand.
Exactly. As
are
well
allowed.
as the Grey
the
Hill
Map?
Free Company, which is more D&D. Beyond the Map, which is sort of a horror-themed TTRPG that you DM and sometimes I DM. Any of that interests you, search it wherever you find your podcasts, baby. And until next time,
We've been the BS boys.
Gee whiz, I guess we
Yeah.
fucking have.
Guess we, gosh darn, have been.
Gee whiz.
I've
You can swear.
been Joel.
I've been Jackson. You can swear as much as you like in the last
That was
minute,
Adam.
right? That
Yes.
was Adam, yeah.
Sorry.
That's right. You kept talking.
Yeah.
You were so very patient to not get a word. Like, yeah, he was not. You get a word in edgewise.
It's all right.
I got a lot to say.
Yeah.
You guys talk more on this one.
Yeah.
Then
Than in
What?
general.
Cut.